How fast do you want to go? Because if you want to go this fast, you came to the right video.
Nice.
Now there's just so many cards in the game to benefit your speed or your overall stamina, but I really enjoyed this deck that I just made, so maybe you will too. Now before I get into this, I will say this deck is more on the fun side. It's viable, but you know, it's not going to be as viable as a damage deck or something else. This deck is clearly just going to be for running, stamina, and mostly for fun. But if you're good enough, you could use this in a nightmare mode. So give it a try. With that being said, let's get into it. Now the first card is Adrenaline Fueled. This card gives you plus 100% stamina, and every time you get a kill, you gain 10 stamina instantly and an additional 10 over 5 seconds. This is a very good card. The only downside is you have negative 75% stamina regeneration, but you also have so much stamina and you're getting stamina every time you kill a zombie, so this effect really means nothing if you're just in action, which is why this is the first card in the deck. The next card is a Run and Gun. Now this card is very self-explanatory. You can shoot while running, but there's also another purpose to this card, and you'll see in the next couple of cards. Next up is Hellfire. Now this card gives you plus 45% movement speed while firing and plus 5% move speed while not firing. This card and the next card, which is Rolling Thunder, it grants you plus 35% movement speed while firing shotguns and plus 10% damage with shotguns, will gain you a 80% movement speed boost while firing or just moving in general, which is why you go to Run and Gun card. These three cards are like my trifecta when it comes to stamina or just movement speed in general. It's very noticeable because sometimes you can put on a movement speed card and it doesn't feel noticeable, but trust me, this is very noticeable, and you'll see if you try it out. The next card is Scattergun Skills. Now this card allows you to have plus 40% reload speed with shotguns, because this deck is mostly going to be shotgun based, preferably the Super 90 shotgun. I'm not saying other shotguns aren't as great, it's just saying this one's my favorite and I think it's the most reliable. The next card up is Shell Carrier. Now this one provides you with plus 30% shotgun ammo capacity and plus 10% shotgun damage, which adds up to 20% damage boost, which is always very nice. Now that you got your shotgun all ready to go, you can go back to focusing on stamina and speed, which is why the next card is Natural Sprinter. It grants you plus 100% stamina regeneration, which will counter the first card, which is Adrenaline Fueled, but it grants you negative 50% maximum stamina. Now that 50% may be terrifying, but there's just so many cards in this deck that help out with stamina to where this isn't even noticeable. Now the next card is Run Like Hell. This card grants you plus 15% movement speed, but every time you get hit, your accuracy is reduced by 20% for 3 seconds. Now you're using a shotgun, so it's going to be really hard for your shotgun to not be accurate, which is just fine. Don't worry about this, it's not even noticeable. Now the next cards are very self-explanatory, which is why I'm going to speed through them, but they're just there to boost your stamina and make sure you're free to run as long as you want. So here they are. Now the first card is Mad Dash. It grants you plus 20% sprint speed, but negative 30% sprint stamina efficiency, which doesn't matter because you have plenty stamina to spare, so you'll be fine. The next card is Fleet of Foot. Now this card grants you plus 10% move speed, but negative 5% damage resistance. This isn't bad, but if you are planning on adjusting this deck, then make sure you watch out for your damage resistance because it can eventually add up and hurt you, so just be careful. Next up is Rhythmic Breathing. It grants you plus 60% stamina, but negative 20% slow resistance, which doesn't matter because all you have to do is fire your shotgun and you'll be granted that plus 80% sprint speed and you'll be able to get out of that situation really fast. The next card is Energy Drink. It gives you plus 40% stamina, but negative 5% damage resistance, which you need to watch out for, but you should be fine here, trust me. The next card is Evasive Action. When you take damage for 10 or more, you gain 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. I use this card all the time. It gets you out of the worst situations. It's very good, which is why it's here. Now the final two cards in this deck are what I like to call boosters. Now these two cards can easily be substituted for anything, so if you feel like something can go better, you can go ahead and just switch it out. They don't have to be there, they're just there for me because I like to go fast. Real fast.
What do you mean by that?
so here they are. The first card is Stimulants. Every time you use a pain med, you also gain plus 10% movement speed, plus 10% reload speed, and plus 10% weapon swap speed for 30 seconds. And getting right into it, the second card is Fire in the Hole. When you throw an offensive accessory, gain 20 temporary health and 20% movement speed for 5 seconds. Like I said, those last two cards are just my preference. They can really be any card you want, but you try it out and let me know how you like it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.